What's up YouTube, Fox here, and today I'm going to be coming at you with a ban list discussion for the Yu-Gi-Oh! October 2014 ban list. Alright, so first up we have the pair of Fire Hand and Ice Hand. Two really good cards, key cards for the hat deck, and for me, I don't think they'll get hit, because I mean, if they get hit, I mean, if they get limited, no one's gonna play them. If they get semi-limited, that's not really gonna do anything, because most people only main deck 2 of each and side deck the third copy of each. So even though I know a lot of people want to see these cards hit, or one of these cards hit, more than likely they will not get hit. I don't think they'll ever get hit. So yeah. Next up we have Traptrix Dianea and Traptrix Murmillo. Two key cards also for the hat deck. Basically, Dianea, when she's normal summoned, you get to special summon one Traptrick monster from your graveyard, so instant XC monster. And Murmillo, when she's normal summoned, you get to search a normal trap, add one whole normal trap card from your deck to your hand, as well as when she's special summoned, you get to destroy one spell or trap card on the field. So yeah, two very important cards for the hat deck. If anything, I feel Murmillo will probably be the one to get hit if either of them do. Probably to 1 if Dianea gets hit, probably to 2, but it's going to be one or the other on them. I don't feel both would get hit, and honestly I even have my doubts that either of them will get hit this ban list. Next up is, yet again, 2 cards that are also from the hat deck. However, these 2 cards, Artifact Moraltech and Artifact Sanctum, create their own 6-card engine, triple Moraltech and triple Sanctum, that can be splashed into virtually almost any deck out there. Basically, Moraltech, when special summoned during your opponent's turn, you get to target 1 card on the field and destroy it. And Sanctum allows you to special summon 1 artifact monster from your deck. So instant pop, instant destruction. Granted, there's no like Veiler or Fiendish Chain or whatnot. And then Sanctum has a secondary effect, where if Sanctum is destroyed, you get to destroy 1 card. Now in the OCG, Moraltech is currently at 1, which I feel between the two probably isn't the best of choice. I feel Sanctum would be the better one to hit over here in the TCG if either of them get hit, because if Moraltech gets hit, no big deal, you know, you still have triple Sanctum, and you'll just replace those 2 Moraltechs with I don't know, maybe Artifact Scythe, which shuts down your opponent's plays if they use the extra deck, which a lot of decks in today's meta rely heavily on the extra decks, such as Shadal's and Stellar Knights. You know, all the meta decks have their own extra deck boss monster that they need to or want to go for first turn, and Scythe would pretty much shut that play down. So I feel Sanctum is the better choice to hit. Triple Moraltech would be okay. I mean, you would, because then your opponent would be forced to resort to setting morale attacks and hoping that you would MST them or Night Beam or something of the sort. And once you pop that first morale attack, you're going to be very cautious on not hitting the other two, and in a format that's not really trap based, I feel that if your opponent probably set 2 or set all 3, well, that's 1 or 2 spots that are just going to be unusable, because after that first one's destroyed, they're not going to be popping those other 2. They're not going to be taking their chances. So Sanctum, definitely probably the better card to get hit to 1. If Morale Attack gets hit, I don't know, they may copy the OCG to 1 or they may put him to 2, but I feel Sanctum is the better choice. Alright, so next up we have Kaiser Coliseum, which used to be a popular card with Bujins. However, now it is a popular card for Shaddolls, because you bring out Winda, and then you combo her with Kaiser Coliseum, and your opponent's pretty much shut down. They can't do anything. Winda only lets you special summon once per turn. Kaiser Coliseum will only let you have 1 monster out on the field. Granted that Winda is the only monster out on your opponent's side of the field, so pretty deadly combo there. Even a deadlier matchup than Yamato and Kaiser Coliseum, which is what Bujins used to do. So I think this card should probably get hit to 1, because even though it is a very powerful combo with Winda, I feel Shaddol players probably only run 2 at most. So I think putting it to 1 would be the way to deal with it, because putting it to 2 probably wouldn't do anything. Like I said, they probably only run 2 at most, and I really don't think it's ban worthy. So probably put it to 1. However, probably not going to happen since Shaddolls just came out, so maybe next ban list. Next up is Drag Down Into the Grave, which is a popular card with Dark Worlds, which don't really see much play, but is a deck that I personally just hate so much. I hate that deck. I hate that deck. And Drag Down Into the Grave, for them, is basically a copy of a card called Confiscation, which is pay 1,000 life points, look at your opponent's hand, select 1 card in it, and discard that card. For Dark Worlds, it's pretty much an exact copy of that, because whatever card you're going to be forcing your opponent to discard, you're going to go plus no matter what. They discard a Grapha, you get to pop a card. You discard Gold or Silva, that it gets special summoned onto your side of the field. Discard Brawn, I think it is, and you get to draw a card. Or Beige, no, Brow, yeah, Brow. Discard Brow, you get to draw an additional card to the 1 card that you'll be drawing with Drag Down. So even though you don't really see Dark Worlds anymore, I just hate them, and I know this is a card that they love to use, and I would love to see it get hit to 1 or banned. However, probably not going to happen. If it does get hit, probably to 2, but again, most likely won't get hit at all. Won't get touched. Because again, Dark Worlds are really the only ones that use it, and you just don't really see Dark Worlds. So that's more of a personal one for me, not something that I think will actually happen on this ban list. And then next up is quite a powerful card from Dragons of Legend, Soul Charge. It's basically rekindling for any deck at the cost of at the price of 1,000 life points for each monster. I feel this card should get hit to 1, if not. I mean, it should at least get hit to 2, but I feel like they should just hammer it down right now, put it to 1, because it is such a powerful card. And I mean, also along with the 1,000 life points per monster, you can't conduct your battle phase, which really doesn't matter. I mean, because the once if you activate this card, you're pretty much setting up your field for game next turn anyways, and your opponent's probably not gonna really be able to do much against it. So I feel this card should probably go to 1, if not banned. I mean, it's so good. At least with Rekindling, they were banished if they were still on the field at end phase, but with this one you just lose the 1,000 for each monster. So yeah, and then next up we have a Magician of Faith, which is currently at 2. It used to be banned, then they brought it back to 1, didn't do anything. They brought it back to 2, not doing anything now. I feel that they could definitely bring it back to 3, and it would not do anything. I mean, you have Monster Reborn is banned, Heavy Storm is banned, and Pot of Greed is banned. I mean, all those. I mean, the only big name spell card that you would probably be going for with this card is Dark Hole. Or for spellbooks, any of their spellbook cards. But I just feel this card, it's not doing anything and it's not going to do anything. So I feel like this card should just come off the ban list, go back to 3, and be done with it, because it's not doing anything and it will not do anything. So yeah. And then next up we have Gorz, the Emissary of Darkness, which is an OTK killer and an FTK killer, which are two things. OTKs and FTKs are two things that Konami hates. Whenever there's an FTK deck out there, Konami makes sure to deal with it the next ban list. And I feel with Pendulum's about to really hit it off with next challengers, with Cliff Arts. I believe Gorz should come back to 2. I know in the OCG it is either at 2 or 3 over in the OCG, I forget. So I feel like Gorz should come back to 2, just to help prevent all those FTKs and OTKs from happening. I know Trag's at 2, but I feel Gorz is definitely the better killer of OTKs and FTKs. And so with Pendulums, I think it should definitely come back to 2, if not 3. 3 would be amazing, but yeah, probably to 2. And then next up is Wall of Revealing Light, which is currently at 1. I'm sure there's a good reason for it, but I feel with cards like Soul Charge and Warnings and so many other cards out there that Skill Drain that require life point cost, that the Wall of Revealing Light is it's a card that I don't think deserves to be at 1 anymore, because I mean more than likely you're going to be paying a minimum of 3,000 life points, probably an average of 4,000 though, and I mean that's half your life points, and then what? Next turn maybe MST or Vulcan or just Grapha. I mean, half your life points is not worth it anymore for a single card like this. So I feel this card should come back to 2, if not 3. But yeah, I mean, I know it's on here for a reason. I didn't bother to look it up. If you want to share why it was put to 1, feel free to post a comment down in the comment section. But yeah, I just feel like this card should come back to 2, if not 3, because it's just, you don't have the life points anymore to pay for this card. And next up is Soul Drain, which it's the only drain card out of the 3. There's Mind Drain, Skill Drain, and Soul Drain. Soul Drain is the only one that is on the ban list, and I feel like at 1, I mean it is a good card. A lot of decks rely on graveyard effects now than ever. However, I feel it doesn't really deserve to be at 1. Granted, it is the more powerful of the 3 drain cards, but I think 1 is limiting it is just a bit too much. I feel like it should come back to 2, because it's more of a side deck card. It's not something that you would really main deck unless it was a anti-meta deck. And so I mean, the majority of the time this card is sided, and so I mean, I'm sure back when it was at 3, the most that people would side was 2 to begin with. I mean, you don't really, I mean, in general, the majority of the cards that you side deck, you don't side deck 3 copies. You side deck 2 at most. So I feel like Soul Drain should come back to 2. Probably not to 3, because like I said, it's the more powerful of the 3, so I think it should come back to 2. Next up is Glow Up Bulb, a card that made Plant Synchro's thing, along with a few other cards. But I feel, I don't know, I mean, I think it's pretty ridiculous that this card is banned, seeing how its effect is a once per duel effect. I mean, Spore was banned, I think, during the same ban list that Glow Up Bulb was banned. I think they were both banned at the same time. And Spore is now back at 3. And I mean, you only run 1 Spore in general. You don't run more than 1. And I think Glow Up Bulb, I mean, just like Spore is a once per duel effect. So I mean, I just, again, just like Wall of Revealing Light, I'm sure that there's a good reason why it's banned. So if you want to share, go ahead down in the comment section. But I just feel like this card shouldn't be banned. I mean, it's a once per duel effect. If it's really that good, just put it to 1. So yeah, I don't get it. Next up is Spellbook of Judgment, which it's a card that I don't ever want to see come off the ban list. However, it was reprinted in the Mega Tins, and when a banned card, for me, when a banned card gets reprinted in something that's not a battle pack or something that is not known for reprinting banned cards, it makes me get a sort of an ominous feeling that this card could come back. Now, again, like I said, I don't ever want to see this card come back, ever. It's one of the worst designed cards in the game, and it should never come off the ban list, in my opinion. However, getting reprinted in the tins, which is not a product known for banned reprints. If Konami is planning on taking this card off of the ban list, I see it going no further than one, no further than limited, because it's just such a badly designed card, and it should have never been created, just like the Dragon Rulers. And speaking of Dragon Rulers, Dragon Ravine, which is it's a Dragoonity card. However, Dragon Rulers wound up causing Konami to ban it because they used the second effect to fuel up their graveyard for massive plays. And I feel with their draw card, I believe it was it's their draw cards limited. All the babies are banned. All the big guys are at 1. Gold Sarks at 1. I mean, Dragon Rulers, they're non-existent. I mean, the only Dragon Ruler deck out there that is even remotely competitive is the Lightsworn Rulers. So with there being no dragon build of Dragon Rulers, I feel like Dragon Ravine could definitely come off the ban list to 2, because I mean, 1 probably, I mean, yeah, Dragonity players would be happy at just having at least 1 copy, but I think to 2 would probably be a good bet, just in case someone manages to bring back a dragon variant of a pure dragon variant of Dragon Rulers. So yeah, I think this card should come back to 2, if not 3, right off the bat, this ban list. Next up is going to Extra Deck now. Number 101, which is just like I said with the Fire and Ice hands, it's a card that I know a lot of people that I see a lot of people want hit by the ban list. They want it limited or banned, and I just don't see that happening. I mean, if it gets hit, I mean, probably semi-limited, but I mean, people only run 2 at most. The majority of decks only run 1 because now we have Castell, and Castell is a much better card to go for in this meta with Shaddolls. And so I just feel like 101, it's just not gonna get hit, because I mean, in order to do anything to the meta, they would probably have to hit it to 1, which again, we have Castell now, so a lot of people who ran 2 are now only running 1 because they want to run double Castell. So I know I've seen a lot of people in Duelist Grounds and Pojo and all those different forums that want to see 101 hit. I just don't think it's going to happen, not anytime soon. Next up is number 16, Shockmaster, which it is a powerful card. It's banned. However, I don't think it's that powerful. I mean, but what I mean is, like, it's only powerful, it's only game winning if you can bring out 2 or 3 copies first turn, which is something that windups were able to do. Windups abused this card, and I just feel like banning it was probably not the best choice. I feel like they should bring it back to 1 and just keep it at 1, because I don't think it deserves to be banned. It is a good card, but only if you bring out 2 or 3 copies at once. So I feel Shockmaster, they should ease up a bit and put it back and put it to 1, just so I can use my Shonen Jump copy of it. And then lastly, we have, or at least last of the cards that I think would potentially come off or be affected by the ban list is Thousand Eyes Restrict, which is basically a more powerful version of number 101. You get to just grab a monster from your opponent's side of the field and equip it to him. However, he can only have 1 monster equipped to him at any given time. And plus, if the monster's face down, it stays face down. He doesn't gain the he doesn't gain the attack and defense of the monster. It does have an effect where all other monsters cannot change their battle positions or attack, which is quite an annoying effect. However, I mean, I know why it was banned. It was a thing with Tsukiyomi, Scapegoat, and Metamorphosis, I believe, were the 3 cards associated with Thousand Eyes Restrict. And I mean, you look and Tsukiyomi's back at 3, not doing anything. Scapegoat's back at 3, not really doing anything except for trolley stall decks. So I feel as long as Metamorphosis stays banned, I feel like this card could definitely come back to 1. Because I mean, granted, yes, he would shut you down with not being able to attack, but say he grabs something 2500 attack, just throw something out there with a high defense or the same defense as his attack, and now you're at a stalemate. So, and I mean, you can still activate like spells and traps and stuff, so I mean, it is a powerful card, but I think as long as Metamorphosis stays banned, this card could definitely come back to 1. I would love to see it come back to 2, but I feel like it could definitely come back to 1. It probably really wouldn't do anything too severe to the meta. It would just be another one of those annoying troll decks. So again, I think this card could come back to 1. I would love to see it come back to 2, but that's just me. And then as far as cards that I would just love to see come off the ban list, Dark Magician of Chaos, Pot of Greed, Premature Burial, Ring of Destruction. These 4 cards, they've been banned for so long, and I would just love to see them come back to 1. Especially with the ban lists only being 2.5 months long now. Konami will probably start testing the waters with bringing some old cards back into the game. So these are my personal top 4 cards that I would just love to see come off the ban list, at least for 1 format. Especially since I have an First Ed Ultimate Rare Pot of Greed from Duelist Pack Kaiba. I would just love to be able to use it. and a First Ed Ultra Premature Burial. So I would just, again, I would love to see these 4 cards. And then finally, last card here, Dark Strike Fighter. He won't be coming, I will say this, he is coming back to 1, at least. However, not this ban list. If you don't know already, his effect has been changed. It is only during your main phase 1, and you can only activate 1 Dark Strike Fighter per turn. So he did get a redded. So I mean, in the OCG he was put back to 3. So once we get a reprint of him with his new card text, which will probably be in Legendary Collection 5Ds, he will undoubtedly come off the ban list, at least to 1. He might even come straight back to 3 like they did in the OCG, but for sure next ban list it is virtually confirmed that he will be coming back. So yeah, there's my there's my predictions, both personal and actual professional predictions. So if you have any other cards that you feel should get hit or should be eased up on, feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section below, and I will be seeing you guys later.